Hi, my name is Rachel Brewster. I'm a Regency romance writer, documenting my journey from writing to publication. I'm working on my very first novel, tentatively titled To Kiss a Captain. And Jessica is pretending to be a sailor's son on a ship because women are not supposed to be on ships. But an accident at sea knocks her overboard, and she is discovered to be a woman by the entire crew, including her fierce and ruggedly handsome Captain Andrew, who's also the lost son of Viscount Burkhalter. This video is intended to be helpful for anyone who is trying to figure out the emotional flow of their chapter, because I discovered something working on the draft of my novel that I think might be helpful to you. So the chapter that I was working on when I figured out that this was a challenge and how to overcome it, Jessica and Andrew have been separated because Jessica is with Andrew's mother in London, figuring out relearning how to be a lady for the debutante season. Cute. And Andrew is stuck in the London harbor because he needs some repairs to happen with his ship. Now, when I started the chapter, the very first line was something along the lines of, his mother was trying to kill him. Because he has been waiting to get a status update, give me a status update, from his mother forever. Like, how is Jessica doing? Is she progressing? Is this scheme going to work? And his mother hasn't been telling him anything about Jessica. So in my very first draft, it started with, his mother was trying to kill him. And it ended with, if this was a battle of wills, he was determined to win. Because he was figuring out that the reason that his mother wasn't telling him about Jessica is because she's playing a cat and mouse game with her son. The problem, great concept, I love it, but the problem is that these emotions are extremely similar. His mother was trying to kill him, frustrated. He already has a letter in his hand from his mom and it says nothing about Jessica and he's annoyed AF. 2, him figuring out through the course of the chapter that his mom is playing this 3D chess game with him. If this was a battle of wills, he was determined to win. There's nowhere to emotionally grow. This isn't happening. It's not working. And I saw someone on YouTube, someone on video once upon a time told me that in screenwriting, a best practice was to start with one emotion and end with another. So if it starts happy, it should end dramatic or pissed. Starts happy, ends dramatic or pissed. Or the reverse, a couple starts by fighting and then through the course of their conversation come to a resolution. And I thought, if it's good enough for screenwriting, it should be good enough for me. So I thought I would give it a try because I was just feeling so stuck. Like the chapter wasn't flowing. So what I did is I yanked the letter out of Andrew's hand. No, you do not get that. Nor goodies for you. So he doesn't even have the letter yet. And instead, so he can't be irritated. And instead where I started was boredom. This is a man who travels the high seas and fights against the raging wind and Mother Nature itself, right? And he's stuck in the London harbor because these repairs are taking so long. He's bored. So by the time the letter arrives via messenger, that's like an emotional move, right? Like, ooh, excitement, something to break the tedium of my days. And he's also really excited to finally get an update on Jessica. So he goes to his cabin, to his captain's quarters, to read it in private, and he's really excited. And instead, what he gets is like pages upon pages of meaningless mush. And his emotion goes to like confused or baffled or ticked, and he pushes his quill. He's like, what is wrong with my mom? So we've gone from bored to excited to annoyed, frustrated, confused, baffled. And he starts to write a letter back to his mom and say, for the love of all that is holy, tell me what's going on with Jessica. But he pauses and he's like, wait a minute. My mother her tongue can skewer a man at 20 paces. So can her pen. Why is she suddenly writing drivel? Right? So he kind of like looks at the letter and he's like, wait a minute. What's happening here? and he becomes suspicious. And then he rereads the letter and realizes that his mother isn't accidentally forgetting to tell him about Jessica. It's intentional. This is her cat and mouse game 3D chess. And then we get to that line of him realizing what's going on and that determination of, if this was a battle of wills, he was determined to win. Boredom, excitement, irritation and bafflement. Determination, right? And we also get to experience him realizing that his mom is playing this game with him, which is fun. I had so much fun writing this. And it flowed. It was easier to write once I had that emotional journey to take it from boredom to stubbornness. And I told this story to my mom. I told her about the chapter, and she was like, well, what happens next? Which is exactly the reaction that you want to get from someone, right? But my mom was genuinely like, okay, but you do want Andrew to reunite with Jessica at some point, right? Like, why would you pass up on this you, the author, would pass up on this wonderful opportunity for Andrew's mom to like yank him back to London and reunite him with Jessica? And I was like, oh, don't worry. Lady Burkhalter gets her way. That one was a beast. So if you have stumbled upon this video and are trying to figure out a chapter that you're feeling really stuck on, my unsolicited advice from a novice writer would be to look at the emotion in the beginning and the end and see if it changes over time. And if it significantly changes over time, right? Because his mother was trying to kill him, frustration, determination, those were very similar. So my recommendation would be to look at your chapters beginning and end and see if they differ and how much they differ, and if you can pull them apart more in order to have your reader experience that emotional journey and flow, and that chapter might be able to flow better for you. Hope that helps. It helped me. It was great. And good luck to you. If you enjoyed this video and you want more videos about writing craft or experiencing this journey for a first-time Regency romance writer from writing to publication, then I would encourage you to touch these buttons down here, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, ciao for now.